I'll give you 5 rules of traffic, okay? Rule number 1 is this, is never waste, okay, traffic. Never waste traffic. This is rule number 1. You always have to keep that in mind, okay? Never ever waste traffic. What I mean by that, here's what you need to do, okay? You need to capture and monetize, okay? You need to capture and monetize your traffic. So how do you do that? Again, it will be explained to you a little bit later on in this module here, but again, I want to make sure that we don't leave any stone unturned here. Okay, remember this: never waste the traffic. So when I'll show you the traffic map here, a blueprint that I personally like to follow, right, and would advise you to follow as well. But every single click you get should never be wasted. It should be strategically captured and monetized, which we'll talk about it in just a second here. Okay, rule number 2. Okay. Don't go for cheap, okay? Go for results. All right, how many people do you know? All right, how many people do you know? Maybe it's you, all right? I cannot tell you how many people I have come to me or asking me this question. Vic, what's the cheapest traffic I can get out there? Okay, show me the cheapest traffic visitors that I can get to my website. That's not always what you want, okay? Cheap is not always good, okay? Usually, you get what you pay for. So my take on this one is, don't go for cheap, go for results. I am willing to pay a little bit more to acquire a higher caliber of visitor, right? Higher quality of visitor that will get me a result, because at the end of the day, do you really need traffic? Think about it like this, right? What are you really after here? Are you really just after getting a visitor, or are you really after getting the result that you can achieve through that visitor coming to your website? See what I'm saying? So acquiring traffic is not the end game here. Getting traffic is just a means to something else, right? Because you need to have traffic, but ultimately what you want is you want to have sales, right? You want to have people who will be paying attention to you. That's really what you want. Not just people who will be paying attention to you, but you will be, you need to understand how to build customers, how to build rapid buyers, right? People that will be buying from you over and over again, and therefore, exchange of service or product that you're promoting, right, to these customers for money, and so that you can build your lifestyle that you want. Ultimately, that's what you want. So traffic is just a little, thing that we need to go through. It's a milestone that we need to understand how to navigate through, right? For you to get the end result that you really want. So getting cheap traffic is not always the best idea, because you can get I can show you how to get 50,000 visitors in the next 10 minutes. But if none of those people buy, it's not really, a good strategy, right? See what I'm saying? So visitors don't really mean anything unless you know that those visitors are going to buy something, okay? So in the game of traffic, this is important to understand, okay? All right, so rule number 3. All right, so I don't want anybody asking me this question again. Like, what's the cheapest traffic I can get, right? You should be asking, how do I get the most results from the traffic that I'm getting? Okay, that's really the question that you should be asking. All right, so rule number 3, okay? It's not about, or I actually just say, it's not the product, okay? It's the offer. All right, it's not the product. It's the offer that's important. The key word here is the offer. Okay, so whenever you get a traffic, you will be sending traffic to something that will capture that traffic, right? Hopefully, again, we'll talk about it in just a second here. But most people make a fatal mistake in their business, thinking that if I can just get a whole bunch of traffic to this one product that I'm promoting, and they just send traffic straight to the product pitch page or whatever, right? Then they'll get results. It's not about the product necessarily, okay? So understand this, okay? The product, where's my marker here? Let me see if I can map this out for you, okay? So this is your product here, okay? Let's say this is a product that gets you paid. Whatever this product might be, doesn't matter what niche it is. It can be health, it can be wellness, it can be make money, it can be social media, it can be consulting, whatever it is, right? And so you think you're sending traffic to the product, okay? Most people do this. And so they think this is their end game. They think that people, your visitors right here, all right, when they're coming, your traffic coming to this page, most marketers think that these guys want the product. People don't want the product. It's the whole analogy of the drill, you know, selling a drill in a, you know, in a hole in a wall, right? What do people really, if I want to buy a drill, do I really want a drill? Not really. I want a hole in a wall, right? So whatever this product produces, okay, result, okay, this is what people really want. This is what these guys want. Okay, so when you send traffic, and we're going to talk about this as well, having this opportunity, I'm going to tell you, you know, I'm going to assume that you probably have access to the mass promotion engineering training that we have here in 4%. If you don't, really check it out, because I really dive into the details on that one. You know, we're talking about actually like campaign structures and things like that. So understanding this, that this person doesn't really care that much about the product as they do about the result that this product generates. So what we need, okay, is we need to understand how to, hold on one second, let me get something to erase this board with, okay. So we need to intercept this visitor, okay, with what we call an offer, okay, and our offer can be displayed, okay, in the form of a landing page, which is, it's not a rocket science, I'm telling you, right? So this visitor would be, you know, we'll move this guy over here, we're keeping it simple, we're keeping it, okay, so your landing page, which we're going to talk a little bit about as well, okay, this is your strategic positioning. Your landing page needs to be focusing more on this instead of this. So therefore, when you're sending traffic, it's not so much about the product as it is about what you're talking about, that this visitor ultimately wants, that your product can deliver, and then you're positioning it, okay, you're pre-framing it, capturing this visitor over here, okay, you're building your list, which is rule number 1, all right, never waste traffic, all right. A little bit later on in this module here, I'm going to explain to you how this whole thing comes together, and I promise you it will make sense, right? Even if you're brand new, you've never done this before. But I want to set you on a path to success from the get-go, instead of, you know, telling you things that, you know, might get you a result occasionally here and there. I'm not, like, my intention here is to help you become independent entrepreneur that can drive any vehicle. This being a vehicle, right? It's not really, this is not your business. Your business is this, okay? Understanding how to do this, okay? This is your business. This is not your business, okay? This is byproduct. You can be selling anything in the world you want to sell if you understand the psychology of the buyer or psychology of the visitor, the offer, how to structure it, what to do, and how to ultimately build your list so that you can get a whole bunch of people here who are interested in this result, okay? And these products, there could be multiple products that you can be presenting to them. You can mix and match them, right? So you never waste, by putting this interceptor here called your landing page, right? They're talking about the result this guy wants or this gal wants. You're intercepting, so you're never wasting a visitor. Okay, just a quick side note here. How would you waste a visitor potentially? Well, if you do like what most people are in your industry are doing, which is sending people directly to the sales page without capturing them, and there is something else I'm going to talk to you about, which is following them around and retargeting. Doesn't matter if they opt in or not. But if you don't have this mechanism here, which is simple, I understand if you're being in the marketing space for more than 2 seconds, you're like, Vic, come on, man, really? You're talking to me about building a list here through a landing page? Of course, all right, but let me ask you a question. How are you marketing? See, what most people are doing is they're just sending these guys straight to this, but guess what? There's about 2% on average, okay, 1 to 2% industry average, that if you send visitors or traffic straight to this page right here, that they'll buy. That means that 98 or 99% of visitors going straight here, they're what? They're wasted, right? That's rule number 1, is never waste a visitor. Never waste traffic, okay? We're not gonna do that. I'm gonna show you how to do that. By putting this page here, you can capture anywhere from 20% to 60% of visitors. So immediately, see what I'm saying here? You might still lose 40 to 60% or 40 to 80% of these guys here, okay? But at least you've got 20 to 60% that you captured that you can communicate to them over and over again. All right, and then the buy rate is going to be a lot better that if you position it properly, which I'm going to show you how to do. But then there is another layer that I'm going to talk to you about a little bit later on in the module. Does that make sense? Okay, so again, going back to rule number 3, it's not about the product, it's about the offer. All right, that the product, the result that the product can deliver. You see what I'm saying? So understand this. Keep that in mind for now as we go through the next few rules here. I think there's 2 more I'm going to show you here. Let me get back to the screen. Hopefully this is making sense to you, my friend. I'm not really concerned about like really just getting this, putting this out there, as I am about you getting this on a conceptual level, and also at the level to where you like, hey, I really understand this, not just conceptually, but I understand the why behind it. You know what I mean? Okay, so rule number 4 is this: play strategically, okay, long term. Okay, and here's what I really mean by this one, okay? Let me put it to you like this, okay? I'm gonna get back on the screen here. Going back to the same metaphor, okay? So here is what most people are doing in this space. This is what I've been privileged enough to now coach literally millions of people. We've got hundreds of thousands of people here in 4%, having been in this space for about 14 years now. Combined, I've seen a lot, right? And I see there's a pattern for people that are successful, how they're engaging their marketing, and there's a pattern for people that are failing and how they're engaging in marketing, right? So most people, again, going back to this example here, most people will just send visitors straight to the offer. Okay, I'm promoting this program or this company or this product or this service or whatever. They'll just slam a whole bunch of traffic here. They're gonna waste a lot of money on traffic, right? And maybe, all right, maybe get 1 to 2% conversion rate here, and yay, they're either happy or not happy depending on the product, depending on the result. Now there's a problem here. Okay, the problem is this, and I used to be like this, early in my days, and this is when I was failing. What's the problem here? Well, the problem is if this product is very popular, okay, which is, hopefully it is, whatever you're selling, hopefully there's a big competition for it and there's a big demand for it in the marketplace. Hopefully thousands of people are promoting whatever it is that you're selling, right? Otherwise, if you're the only one selling something and nobody else is really selling it, I don't know if I would want to play that game, right? So you want to make sure that there's, I want to have big competition. Now, this becomes whoever gets lucky game, right? So, you're depending, you're in the mercy of this product to convert, okay? So my play here is more of a strategic, okay, more of a long-term. What's the long-term play? Well, look at it like this. This is not your business. This is something I talk about greatly in mass promotion engineering product as well. Your business is not the product or the company that you're promoting. Even if it's your company, that's not your business, okay? Your business is a reflection of who? Of you, okay? So your business is a reflection of you. So my long-term strategy for traffic generation, and again, we're gonna get into this a little bit deeper, on a deeper level in upcoming trainings as well. But my strategy here, instead of focusing on the product, which is a short-term, okay, quick result, hopefully maybe, if you get lucky kind of thing, maybe 1 to 2% here. What's my end result, okay? My end result is to build my personal list, okay, that connect with me, okay? You become the face of whatever it is that you're doing. Look at Facebook, there's Mark Zuckerberg, right? You look at Tesla, there is Elon Musk. You look at, the Apple, Steve Jobs was the face and the figure of that company, right? Probably the most successful company of all time. Certainly they probably have the most cash right now, right, sitting on hand out of any company, or maybe even any government right now, for that matter. Look, the product was great, but Steve Jobs was the guy who built that company, okay? So you look at your business, what you're doing, like I'm telling you about my business, what I'm doing is I am the person, okay, talking to you, the customer, the prospect, okay? And I am the face of this, even though I might be selling a product here, okay, Internet Traffic Mastery here, you purchase this product. However, the way that I market it to you, right, you probably connected with me, right, and you went through this process right here yourself, right? This could be either maybe maybe this is 4% group, and then you're finding the product through the 4%, but you're looking for a specific result, which is helping you become a great marketer. Ultimately, what I want to do here, my long-term game here, right, is to get you, okay, because you're either a member of the 4% or maybe you're on my list, okay? But my long play here, I'm going to be completely transparent with you, is to get you, okay, to connect with me on a personal level. Why is that important? Because this is how the business is going to be done, right? Facebook, through social media and everything that's happening in the world right now, the world is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So if you just depend on your product to deliver, right, your customer you'll have a short play. You'll have a very, very shallow business, Okay, whereas my game, like, and this is going to become more relevant as as we get into the more in detail of the, of this course and what we teach in 4% as well, which is your long game is strategic play through the ads you put out. Okay, so the ads you put out there. Okay, you can be putting out ads talking about the product. A better ad would be talking about the result. A better ad, yet even better, would be talking about you. Okay, getting out there. Right? Maybe it's a video ad, maybe it's an image ad, maybe whatever, there's different ads, we're going to get into this. But you starting to plant the seeds of maybe you, if you want to become the face of your business, which you should be, okay? Just my personal recommendation, is to start connecting yourself with the ad right from the get-go, so these people can make a connection between you through the ad and you talking about the result that these guys can achieve, right? Through this purchase of the product. Does that make sense? Everything will be done in a way that is, there's going to be a lot of subliminal communication going on. There's some very under the radar kind of stuff, right? Keep this in mind for now. I don't expect you to be a master of this yet, right? But I'm telling you, this is the game you should be playing. This is your long-term game. This is short-term game, very linear, okay? Your long-term game is building you because you take, like, this will follow you. Okay, you can be promoting any company, any business, and if you build a big, strong bond with these customers here, with your list or prospects and your list, and they trust you, they start looking at you as an advisor, right? Maybe tomorrow or a month from now or a year from now, there's going to be a different product. Either you create a different product, or or maybe you become an affiliate of a different product. Maybe you start representing different product, something you believe in personally. These guys don't follow the product; they follow you. So your marketing, everything you do in traffic generation, this is just rule of traffic, right? You're playing a long game instead of a short game, very linear like most of the people out there. Make sense? So that every dollar you invest in acquiring these prospects here or these visitors to your landing page, every dollar you've invested is like a deposit, right? It's like an investment into your future. And if you play your cards right, if you play your game right, it will come back to you multiplied in results. Make sense so far? Okay. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. If I'm getting the ideas across to you properly here. Okay, let's go on and talk about rule number 5. Okay, this is very simple. Have fun. It's a game. There you go. All right, these are your 5 rules, my friend. Okay, rule number 5: have fun. Here's what I mean by this. Look. You will run campaigns that will not get you the results you want. It's just a game, right? You don't win every single game, right? But how you win is you focus on making yourself better every day, every week, every month, every year, no matter what, okay? Whether you lose or not, and you will have ups and downs, okay? On your journey to becoming great at traffic generation, becoming great entrepreneur, marketer, look, you'll go through valleys, you'll go through highs, you'll be like, yeah, I'm the man, I'm the girl, to somebody who might not be so confident in your abilities, right? It's okay, just stay the course. This is a game. So when you look at business as a game, right, suddenly your perception, your outcome kind of changes, okay? With traffic, certainly you need to become like that mad scientist, because you don't know, right? You never want to be just like another affiliate, promoter, info marketer, consultant, coach, author, speaker, whatever it is that you're selling, right? Service provider, whatever it is that you're selling. You might be doing e-commerce, whatever. How can you differentiate yourself and make yourself unique, okay? By doing this, what I told you, playing the long game, right? And you might need to split test a few things, right? You might run a campaign and then you get some feedback and you be like, what if I adjust my approach here, or maybe if I try this strategy here, how is that gonna work, right? So make it a game. This way you will not get overwhelmed, you will not feel frustrated, but most importantly, your outcome should be, how can I improve myself, right? Through the lessons, through the process. Through the things that you will learn, good or bad, or anything in between. You should always look at everything as feedback, right, that you can course correct moving forward. Make sense?